Green electing to go with a putter from just off the putting surface.
Putting is her strength, so why not play to your strength?
Nicely done for Hannah Green. Rolls that one in for eagle at the par 5 12th. Oh, nicely done. All right, so 2 great looks at birdie for this group. Yardage to navigate. Now to Henderson at 14, her 3rd from the rough.
Very similar angle that we saw from Nelly and Minji before, and she nestles that very close.
We'll jump back to 16 and Green for birdie. Looks like she might be up just against that fringe.
Yeah, she was right up against it. It was about 21 feet
nicely done.
left to right.
She's got these long putts going today with that eagle.
Oh, this looks good. Oh!
That just kept getting better and better.
Oh, so close. Nearly an ace for Hateoka.
I was really nervous. I wanted to impress them, you know, the ladies who made it happen for us.
All right, Hateoka's 2nd on its way.
Oh, showing off for the legends of the game that are sitting up there.
She nearly made an ace on 17, knocks another one close. Hateoka getting hot over this closing stretch. And now to Brooke Henderson. Back at the first, her 2nd shot. Well, we weren't sure where that ended up. It was so close. Oh, very nice. Brooke Henderson.
Good. Madeline Sackstrom out first off the 10th hole this morning. This for birdie at 7.
You know, she talked about how comfortable she feels on this golf course, has played well here the last 2.
Just a moment ago over at 6, here's Nasa's shot into the par 3. Thought she was staring it down. Is staring it down. Big! Oh! Almost made it there. Wow!
We saw Leona's long birdie putt to here, now for par.
A good way for Angel and for Leona to get that momentum going.
All right, Leona Maguire from that first cut.
Oh, that's really beautiful. Par is huge.
Yeah, the trend we saw this morning continues this afternoon. So many players just being perplexed by these challenging greens. A little tricky to read, Madeline Sackstrom said after her round today. All right, now to Leona, her 2nd at the 3rd.
I just went through a battery in less than an hour.
Leona has a win in 2022 and 2023. Would like to have another one on this season. And this is really buried. Again, you can't see the ball. Barely can see her shoes.
You can see she's kind of trying to dig down and muscle that one out a little bit.
And that's how much it can release when it is not in the fairway. There's just quite a bit more run out, but she judged it well. She knew that there was going to be quite a bit of release.
This is Leona Maguire at 5. To start. Oh, nicely done. So Leona Maguire gets it back into red figures.
65 for Sagstrom. Lydia Ko trying to make a little history of her own and make it to the LPGA Hall of Fame as she would with the next victory.
Yeah, here with a wedge in her hands, making it look so easy. And as we talked about, the difference has really been with this club in her hand. I watched her on the putting green at Chevron, working with quite a bit more receptive than we've seen in the past couple of years during this event.
Karen Stupples is watching. Rose Zhang at the 8th.
And this is a 6-iron on the way for Rose. Good looking shot.
There's an example, beautiful shot, but an example of the soft greens. Typically, that green has been very firm in the past, tough to get it close.
And how about Morgan Bailey Shoemaker? She's had quite the spring with her performance at the Augusta National Women's Amateur. Got in late last night after playing in the East Lansing NCAA Regional.
Yeah, that is never easy, getting right off a plane, playing a golf course that you've never seen before.
McGuire at 7. This her second from the fairway.
I like that low finish by Leona.
She's got a little bit of a new putting routine there, setting up with her left hand first. Keep watching that, Karen, see if she keeps that up as the day goes on.
5 birdies in 8 holes for Rose.
For her 3rd in a row.
Did she keep it high enough?
Yes.
She did. Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row.
4 birdies in 6 holes. Leona McGuire.
This is Lindsay Weaver-Wright. This was just a moment ago. Okay. Lindsay takes it to 3 under. New mom. And, over at the 10th, the Aussie, Steph Kiriakou.
All right, to McGuire at 8 for her 4th consecutive birdie.
Is it going to stay up? Oh. No, that would have been very impressive from 195 yards.
Rose has 93. I kind of took 10 off of Megan's for her yardage, so she was actually at 103. But Rose has seen the template. She knows what she's got to do here. Easy.
Kiriakou just qualified for the U.S. Open. Not yet in the U.S. Women's Open. There are a couple of chances. You win here, you win next week at the Mizuho Americas Open, or if you move into the top 75 in the Rolex rankings, you can get in that way as well.
Yeah, a really good look from our camera angle there. I actually set up like that for quite a long time. Putting the left hand on first, really making sure it's the left hand that guides the club, especially when you putt left hand low.
All right, up at 9, McGuire, her 4th.
Well, you got balls to the left, balls to the right. Couldn't even see what you guys could. That Leona stayed dry.
Lindsay Weaver-Wright, 3rd at the 12th. It's our Aon Risk Reward Challenge hole. More than one way to make a birdie.
Sounded like she maybe caught that just a fraction high in the face, but
Career surge, the 6th-year player. Steph Kiriakou, 2nd at the 12th with water in front, protecting. Third shot for Shoemaker at 12.
let's see if this game plan of laying up pays off. Wonderfully smooth tempo there on that wedge.
Kiriakou on the green in 2. First putt to here. This for birdie.
I mean, it's very light. This was well struck.
Lindsay Weaver right at 13 for birdie. Great second in there. And back she goes to 4 under.
Leona Maguire has to be happy to make her turn in 3 under. This at 10, her second shot at the par 4.
114 to this flag, but that false front can suck you even further closer toward you.
Only one other had ever done. When her pro debut, Rose to tie the lead.
It's a putt that you really can't get too aggressive with. As in any old style golf course, don't want to be above the hole, keep the ball below the hole so you can be putting up the hill.
Really lay up. So Alexa Pano missing the fairway. It's kind of like, oh, she should have even picked maybe a lower club. Is this going to be another birdie?
Another birdie for Leona Maguire. Maguire now her second at 11.
153, and as a reminder, another false front as she wiggles it up there. What a great shot from Leona.
Certainly from a decent amount of spring rain, but it is set up for a fantastic test of golf this week.
Putter for Rose for eagle at 12.
She had no problem striping it in the middle.
No problem at all.
Is she going to birdie another hole? Oh. I thought that was good the whole way. Maybe just a little too firm, but wow. Almost another birdie, but tap in par.
Oh.
You notice something with the routine here, Morgan? Herself an Olympian. Second shot at the 12th.
Really good opportunity here. Let's pick up some more ground on those leaders. 12 eagles so far today. Could Leona make the 13th right here?
It has a 6-iron out. This whole location should really suit her little draw, which she's doing.
This is incredible. 8 birdies for Rose Zhang. She's feeling those vibes from here, not far from New York City, where she won a year ago. Third shot at the 14th for Celine Boutier.
86 yards here for the Frenchwoman. I think she's going to fancy this one.
This is Steph Kiriakou at the par 3 15th.
Smalling just a little bit to her right here. Firm up the hill.
A year ago this time, she was playing for Australia in the Hanwha Life Plus International Crown. This is a birdie putt at the tough 16th for Lindsay Weaver Wright. Here is Leona Maguire at 13.
Trying to get something to not draw away from the flag. Gets short on the left there, but wow, what a wonderful bounce. Kicks.
Pretty flat lie. It's drawing a bit, pulled it.
Maguire for par at 13. It was Maguire's record of 135 weeks. It's a birdie putt at 16 for Steph Kiriakou.
Just a little bit of break to her left here. Hopped right off the bat. She didn't never like that from the get-go.
Here is Leona, third at the par 5, 14th.
We saw her a little bit of a new approach to setting up to the ball there. Just think about what the last few weeks have been like for Rose. Done with school for the time being, opportunity to focus a little bit more on her golf game. I mean, throughout the first pitch at Yankee Stadium.
Lindsay Weaver-Wright finishing up at the 18th. This for a 66. It's going to be her low round since coming back.
And after a good tee shot, has 174. The green is raised, so you do have to add just a little bit more for the uphill.
This was a moment ago. Oh, yes.
Mentioned there's a false front here, Grant. Hole location about 7 paces over that edge.
No, and that is, you know, it feels like you're playing a lot worse than you actually are. And Rose's ball was kind of sitting in quite a fluffy spot there, and I'm surprised she went with the putter and didn't try and loft it over that.
Leona for birdie at 15. Okay. She's got a title to defend coming up in about a month's time at the Meijer. Kiriakou for birdie at the 18th. She's kept her card both years on the LPGA Tour, and one of those players that I don't think you'd be shocked if she breaks out and wins. This would be a heck of a place to do it.
Much today, if at all. This has all been for birdies normally. Doesn't matter whether it's for par or birdie, she's going to make it.
How about that?
That always makes it easy for the other players in the group. You know, they have a really good idea on how the ball's going to react in the air and on the green.
That's our Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance and Megan Kang. The Tracer told the story. Leona Maguire, always dangerous with this club in her hand.
Trying to almost keep something low there slightly. There's not much wind to speak of, but one of the only players we've really seen get it all the way back towards that hole location, Leona and Lydia on the greens, and I feel like putting really is an art form. To her left here and be slightly down the hill, so just has to pay attention to the speed here.
And here she is now. She's got a wedge in her hand from the same distance as Lydia, 117. Much fuller shot, though, for Rose.
Oh. Hey.
Rain not all that far away right now. Looking up the radar.
Leona for birdie. It's going to be really chilly when these players tee off in the morning, isn't it?
I mean, looking at tomorrow's forecast right now, it says chance of rain 100%. High of 52.
Here's Rose to tie the tournament record.
And not a huge amount in this, uphill.
Oh, yeah. It's her low. Now in her year on the LPGA Tour, a 63. Just a moment ago, Ataya Titikun also has a 63 here at Upper Montclair. But a tough day today for a player who's trying to get back in the groove after missing time with an injury.
Yeah, been struggling with her thumb, been forced to actually even change her grip at Tiger Stadium once, and I practiced like the whole day before, and then my shoulder really hurts.
Why
so
does that not surprise me?
There's a happy balance there.
So you were prepared. Yeah. A couple of years ago, 9 under led Madeline Sackstrom. There was an 8 under, a 7 under, a little bit like the scoring here. It was softer then. Last year, it was a little firmer, and the winning score was 13 under. Who knows what is in store for us this weekend